En route. Please await lethal response.
Locked in.
Please await
What
lethal
are they keeping
response.
here? The CEO of Orochi was here. It makes no sense.
On Earth.
It's probably a 4-letter word.
Which cannot.
I should look around for some clues. New Eden. Orochi is planning on building a city here. A failsafe.
There is no escape. The dream will consume them. They are inevitable.
So Eden's probably the code, but let's look around a little bit more.
So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. Genesis 3:23.
So it's Eden. Some religious context there. Project Eclipse.
An emergency failsafe if Project Eclipse is released. If I can lower the shield, I can get out of this room.
Status quarantine blast doors activated. Magnetic stasis of field online. Fragment has become agitated. The workers are unable to resist its communications. They scratch at the walls, run through the complex, reduced to a wild, animalistic frenzy. I was able to close the chamber and enact the highest protocols, but I can hear the echoes ring in my ears. I see the crew of the Serana. I've never seen them before, but I know who they are with all my being. They stare through cracked helmets, the filth reaching out towards me. Can't stay here. Eclipse has been started. I've activated the proper protocols. I doubt there will be enough. Doors will automatically unlock in the event that subject of a Project Eclipse is released.
Once it is broken, the rush is upon you.
Project summary. The
You don't
numbing
get to be
agent.
the same person after they get in.
Project Symmetry. The numbing agent used in Project Eclipse to keep the fragment under control is created from the strange metal powering the machine in the alien ruins. Since the active mechanism for sedation is poorly understood, we have taken the precaution of stockpiling a large amount of the metal on board the Invictus. In the event of an emergency, the Invictus can be launched. A self-guiding rocket has been attached to the payload. It can be triggered with a code phrase once the Invictus safely clears the atmosphere. Communications specialist Delaport was tasked with loading the payload and setting up the detonation trigger. Due to the sensitivity of the operation and his location at the offset communication dish, he is considered the operative with the most chance of success in case of a catastrophic event. He alone will trigger word and will use at his discretion. Father, the Serona has crashed. Something happened. An EMP? We could not analyze it in time. The filth has reacted violently and unpredictably, spreading like a cancer across the entire base. The Dreamer fragment has sent the workers into a panic, searching for a way to escape. The security system has been triggered. The entire base has been compromised. Shut down Project Eclipse. Emergency kill signal has been sent to shut down communications via Angelus. We will leave no trace. Semper Service Control. So there was someone down here really recently. Serona, location of time of incident, Serona, satellite, Serona, catalog number, element set, the Immortal Engine. Father, as you know, we owe a great debt to the work of Dr. Cynthia Newart. The site was chosen based on her later work, notes and research kept under the strictest clearance. While her exhaustive library of equations and scrawled symbology has been daunting, our analysis will continue to see results. Hold on, I need to check something to make sure. Okay, so I got time of two recent items. You are already aware of the fragments of a dreamer, which we recovered. Research continues into the significance of this fragment and how it tries to communicate. Using the magnetic energy signatures first recorded by Amundson's expedition to Antarctica, we were able to triangulate the location within kilometers. Through excavations of Site 9, the team is excited to announce that we have uncovered an actual Gaia engine on Mars. Further exploration in the chamber containing the engine has been halted, and we defer to your judgment. We await your determination. Semper Service Control. Unauthorized message. Intercepted unauthorized video transmission. Pounding, muffled talking. This is Trevor Graham, commander of the Serona 1. An EMP fighter systems, and we are currently hurtling towards Mars at approximately 50 meters per second. Oh my god. Fuck protocol, fuck Orochi. It wasn't hours after they sent us the coordinates, and I could see it in everyone's eyes. Dr. Baduri drew the short straw when the heat shield controls malfunction. We're not equipped for a mission like this. Command knew it. It's a fucking support crew. We follow procedure. After 20 minutes, he stopped responding to comms. We tried to reel him in, but his face, when he turned, his entire mask was covered in blackness. There's a spider webbing of black oil across the entire thing and leaking out into the void. Cracked straight through the fucking helmet. Constanza grabbed his arm, and that shit crawled up her suit, wrapped around, squeezing itself inside. Pounding increases in volume. That pounding, the airlock. I couldn't let them back in. The infection. Just being near it made my temples seethe. They're all infected. Doesn't matter though. The fucking hatch won't close. Anytime now, we're gonna burst apart and rain down pieces on Martian desert. Pierce and Vogel are lucky. They're still asleep in their pods. Won't feel a thing. I'm taking it down with me. All of it. This is the Serona, and about to enter the Martian atmosphere in a secret mission that helps stake a claim. They don't care about the lives they lose to do it. You hear me, Orochi? The whole world is gonna see this thing. The whole fucking world will know.
I'm getting out of here. I wonder if those consoles have anything to do with Project Eclipse.
Oh my god, this is gibberish. Oh, there's a fucking post-it note right next to me. I can't sit down with this one yet. Okay, what does this say? Communication with the dreamer requires a sensory-deprived environment even for you. Use these settings. Lighting 20, sound 100, numbing 100. Okay. Fuck, these things actually affect one another. Alright, let's go back to 0. That's 12, 3, 46, that's a lot. 5. That's 52, 4. 118. The higher that one is, this starts going into the negative. By very little, though. Okay, hold on. What was it? I had one that did 46. And one that does 98. Okay, so the soundscape adjusts to the Wait, it didn't work. What is it? It's like a giant heart.
What the hell is that thing?
It's like a giant heart. It's called the Dreamer. Is there any post-it notes for this one? I don't see anything. Enter activation code for Project Eclipse Phase 2. Warning, all employees should evacuate upon Phase 2 initiation. Wait, I don't know what the code is.
Meeting at 5:12? That's oddly specific.
Now I know what the code is. Can I move? I'm supposed to find a way out as of right now.
Brilliance, yes. Let it connect.
Our family therapist's office. I can still smell the musty leather sofa in the corner. My parents took me here when I started having night terrors.
Generic dimensions. With her breakout book in generic dimensions, separated theory. No, it completely changed.
Say, Cynthia, your brain has its own mouth. All it does is devour books.
New patient Newhart, 7-year-old male with mother Cynthia, reporting night terrors of the complex station. He claims to remember every detail. The occasion to describe the terror, and so he did. It is made of vines, tendrils, and teeth. He emphasizes the teeth with human hands and face. The vines emerge from every shadow and fill the room, twining upon themselves, eventually crushing him to the bed. All the space that remains is a small, dark tunnel through which the creature stares at him from across the room, and he can see it through his eyelids. And then its face inches closer minute by minute. But his mom always wakes him up before the teeth. Shane became extremely distraught, and the rest of the session was spent counseling him. For any chance to develop a rapport with him, I'll need to see them separately for several sessions. Call C to set up a time next week to discuss home life, school performance, her concerns, etc. Shane's GP ruled out physiological causes for night terrors. Must be related to anxiety. A lot of tension in the Newhart house. Shane may be genetically predisposed. Today he showed me the handheld chess game he plays during recess. Smart kid, but needs help with his confidence. Meanwhile, Cynthia remains a challenge. She answered my questions about Shane, but was reluctant to talk about herself. Insisted I wouldn't understand. As I encouraged her to give me a chance, she succumbed to dissociative episode, which we talked about at length once it passed. She called it Seeing Through the Eyes of Elsewhere. We'll have to revisit this next week. I convinced her to see me as a patient. Door opened. Good. Good.
Can anyone tell me how to access the space between dreams?
How does one access the space between dreams? Oh. Oh. I got too close to something. Of course, there's a fucking I'm gonna call it a hypercube. I can't remember what the name is for it. Question: how does one access the space between dreams? The doors of light. Fabled roads of Agartha are said to be able to take one throughout space and time.
The corridors between dreams are a separate sort of passageway, and the two only intersect in very rare places. That's very cutting edge, Adam, and while the full answer to that is quite complex, that is still incorrect.
Wormholes and event horizons after the possibilities to go to impossible places. How does one
What a
access
distinctive answer.
gates of heaven? God holds the keys to the doors of the entire universe, and by his grace are allowed to enter.
But it is wrong.
And it's terrible. I have seen God, and it's terrible. I have seen God, and it's terrible. I have seen God, and it's terrible. The dreaming ones. The dreaming ones
Very
are,
good.
and the dreaming ones
answer
shall
is
be.
the dreaming ones.
Not in the spaces
The dreaming
we know,
ones were,
but between.
the dreaming ones are, the dreaming ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between. They walk serene and primal, undimensioned and to us unseen. They can teach us deep knowledge, secrets past the skin of eternity. I'm having a hard time noticing when it's happening. Yesterday, I saw a light streaming through the kitchen window. A mote, illuminated, suspended in the air. I spent the remainder of the day in my office researching. I've been accused of isolating myself. I merely am who I am and have always been an isolate. Isolated by knowledge. Imagine discovering a dictionary of new words to describe the universe. Words that no one else could ever know. The promise of limitless knowledge to an insatiable mind. Is it any surprise I struggle with domesticity? But I had to make a choice. I'm sealing it away. I have to try. Shane is my universe.
Aww. Week 14. Patient functioning continues to fluctuate. She's managing to find relief from auditory hallucinations by isolating herself in basement. Symptoms waned enough to attend session today. Washed hair in basement utility sink apparently. Manages to take care of Shane during disassociative periods. C twice trailed off into almost nonsensical babble. Claims to have had a lot on her mind with the upcoming publication of the latest book and is not concerned. Not my first patient with such challenges, but for some reason I feel out of my depth here, thinking about referring her to someone else. Increased dosage in the meantime. Shane is apparently doing well with support from his school's counselor. I'm sure he's glad to have his Thursdays afternoons back. Wandering in time.
After the seizures started, she tried for a while. We were really close the summer she left her tenure. But I could tell she was restless. Wouldn't stop writing. She'd snap at the smallest things. The book sold really well, though. Popular with the pseudoscience crowd.
How can the human access the I can't read that. How can the human mind access the moment? Oh no. How can the human mind access the moment between moments, the space between spaces? If we depend on the other to recognize ourselves, what of ourselves would we perceive if we met what lies beyond? These questions are not as different as they seem. To answer them, we must first relearn how to see. As I have through the universal language of mathematics, the gift is hidden within the angles. Come wander with me. Oh God.
Once you open the book, it's already too late. It's always
always too late. I bet he opened it when he was a kid.
Contacted me this week. They've approached me several times in my career. They knew about the Red Planet. Twins. They suspected a great many other things, but they kept their cards close to their chest. As did I. They saw inside. Just a glance, and it was enough. They can never know. They would do anything to pull him into their fold. And that's why, Doctor, if I found out that Orochi approached you, and you told them what I've said, you'd find out just how dedicated a mother I am. Now, were you curious about the dreaming ones?
Spaces between the
And
walls
she
of
was
sleep.
gone. I don't want to remember her like this.
Beyond interdimensional theory, beyond the communal subconscious, beyond the fabled roads of Agartha, acclaimed mathematician and author Dr. Cynthia Newart takes the reader to a place where quantum science and myth intersect. It has been some weeks since I transferred Cynthia's care to a more experienced clinician. Can't stop thinking about our final session, even though my notes are sparse and the details hazy. For since there has been a gnawing at the back of my consciousness, deep anxiety I can't shake. I find myself jolting awake after mere minutes, or falling to sleep entirely. I know something is watching, sleep flickering in my periphery, so then split between seconds. It thinks I don't see it, but if I take the dreams for myself, I will tell them. I will have to suspend my practice until I figure out what it wants. Oh shit, tits. God, it's fucking cold.
Why are you doing this?
They cannot awaken. The moons bend above us. It is all but a brilliant equation.
Please, I need you to help me.
I thought I am. I was. I will.
God damn it, who are you?
She's your mother. Fuck, dude. I got that.
Shane. I'm sorry, Shane.
Oh my god.
I've made so many mistakes. You were never supposed to be here.
Mom? Why are you...
Oh.
How did you get here?
My curiosity led me here. The pages of the Necronomicon revealed a mathematics I had never encountered, and a pathway to the dream world. I didn't know that once I made the choice, I could never return.
The Dream World's one of my favorite Call of Cthulhu or
Wait on
Lovecraftian worlds.
Do you have any idea what that did to us? To Dad? When you left, it broke him. We searched for you for years.
Shane, please. Listen.
Has it been you this whole time? In the base, haunting the crew? Driving us crazy with these nightmares?
Stop! The struggle tears at my soul. It takes every ounce of concentration I have to remain here. I need your help, son. We must act quickly. When the ship passed between the moons, the twin dreamers were disturbed in their slumber. All the chaos you've witnessed, the filth, that creeping horror is only a fraction of the destruction that it can bring. If they corrupt the engine, the moons of Mars, the dreaming ones will awaken, and they will devour all of reality.
You left me. You left us for a delusion. What the fuck do you care about reality?
Reality is where my son lives.
What do I need to do?
Find the Gaia engine. I will help you do what must be done. Help me, Shane. Help me undo what has been set in motion.
Please don't leave again.
Don't worry. We'll solve this. Together.
Her hair was a little weird. But fuck if this isn't the best fucking Lovecraftian game I've ever played. I am enthralled. I was gonna record like an hour and a half at most tonight, and I'm 5 hours in. Oh, this is so good. I love it. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get it. Oh my god, that's too many words. I don't know any of these. Shit, did I just pick an ending or something by clicking the wrong button? I wasn't paying enough attention. I hope the ending isn't based on what word you pick there. How dumb would that be? Go to the Sereno crash site. Oh, they were just the floors of the facility, but in
Oh shit!
Shane. Shane?
Declan. Sorry, I don't know what happened. There's so much more down there, Declan. Clones, mind control, the dreamers, the dreaming ones. Declan, we have to find the Gaia engine. It's the only thing holding them back. Everything, the filth, the nightmares, my hallucinations, they're connected. We need to find the engine.
Okay. Shane, slow down. We're inside. You need to get here as soon as possible.
Hell if I'm staying here. We have to find it.
Okay. We'll find this machine. Because as much as I don't have any idea what you're talking about, it makes more fucking sense than anything else that's happened today.